Today I'm going to show you how you will select your classes for the next school year. All of the work we have done in advisory so far is to help prepare everyone to understand what classes you take to be on track for graduation and to help you make the best decisions for selecting your classes for the next school year. We started with reviewing our transcripts, graduation requirements, and completing a graduation checklist. There have been videos telling us about the different classes offered at Broken Arrow High School. If you or your parent would like to go back and review the information we have covered so far, the information is on the website at baschools.org. Go to the high school website, and on the high school main page, click on the news link about selecting your classes. Today, we will log into the Home Access Center to begin selecting our classes for the next school year. It is important to review your graduation checklist, your transcript, and the course planning guide to make sure the classes you select will help you meet the graduation requirements. The course planning guide is at baschools.org on the high school's main page. The link for the Home Access Center is in Canvas, or you can access it at BA Schools under the Parent tab, just like we did when we looked at your transcripts for the graduation checklist. Stop the video now to make sure everyone has been able to log into the Home Access Center. Once you have logged in, click on the classes and then click on Request. This is where you will select the classes for the next school year. Let us start with English. Click on the Edit button. Everyone has to pick an English class. You have two options: on-level English, pre-AP for 10th grade, or an AP class for 11th and 12th grade. 12th grade students for next year also have the options to choose Composition 1 and Composition 2 to take for your English option, but you must meet the enrollment criteria to be eligible. Your teacher may have made a recommendation already for you. Of course, you and your parent can change the teacher recommended level. You want to select the right course to help prepare you for after high school. If your teacher has not recommended an English for you, or if you want to change the English level, click on the level you want to take, unclick the one you do not want, and click Save. The course you selected will now appear for your English class. Stop the video now so you can choose your next English course. Next, let us look at math. You can review your checklist and the course guide to review the math sequence and the courses available. Look at page 12 of the course guide. 3 years of math are required in high school. If you took Algebra 1 and/or Geometry in middle school, you still need 3 years at the high school level. The sequence goes Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. You can see there are different options to select after you have finished Algebra 2. Your teacher may have made a recommendation already for you. Of course, you and your parent can change the teacher recommended level. You want to select the right course to help prepare you for after high school. Stop the video now so you can look at the pathways and determine which is your next math course. Now that you know which math course is next, you will click on the Edit button and select a math class. If your teacher has recommended one, you can keep that one. Click Save to make sure your class is there. The course will now appear. Notice, if you hover over the course once it is added, you can read a brief course description. This is true for all of the classes. Seniors, you may think you have met your requirements for math. However, it's always a good idea to continue to take a math class to help improve your math test scores and broaden your opportunities after high school. In addition, a 4th year of math can count towards your additional core requirement. Now is a good time to mention we have some elective math courses available to you. For example, Math Ready and Math of Finance are 2 elective options that could help you improve your math skills. These classes are found under Miscellaneous since they are electives only. Stop the video now to make sure you have selected the correct math course. Now let us select our science course. All students take a year of biology, and you must take one course that fits under the physical science area. Courses that count as physical science credit are physical science, chemistry, pre-AP chemistry, physics, pre-AP physics, or AP physics. Your teacher may have recommended a course for you. Of course, you can follow that recommendation, or you and your parent can change the class to something else. You will want to check if a course has a prerequisite to make sure you're ready for the course which you are choosing. Science starts on page 14 in the course guide. Stop the video now so you can reference your graduation checklist and the course guide to find out more about which class you should take. Once you have decided which class you need, click on the Edit button and check the class you want to take. Your teacher may have already added it for you. Click the Save button if you're adding it, and even if you've already had 3 years of science, taking a 4th year can help prepare you after high school. In addition, it can count towards your additional core requirement. Now we're ready for Social Studies section. It is important to remember you are required to take a semester of Oklahoma history, a semester of government, and a full year of U.S. history. You need a total of 3 years or 6 credits. Your 3rd year of Social Studies can be any core credit Social Studies course. Also consult the course planning guide, your counselor or Social Studies teacher to make sure the course you take is a core credit. Of course, Social Studies core classes can count as an additional core requirement too. Social Studies class information starts on page 9 in the course guide. You can stop the video now to decide which Social Studies class you should take. Once you've decided which class you need, click on the Edit button and click the class you want to take. You've probably noticed that many of the Social Studies core classes have 1 credit listed next to them. This means the class only lasts for 1 semester. You'll need to pick 2 of these to complete a year of credit. Click on the Save button. Part of the college preparatory diploma is either 2 years of a foreign language or of core computer credit. You can find these under those categories, and remember, a 3rd or 4th year of a foreign language or computers can count towards your additional core. If you still need to meet this requirement, click on Edit to add your option. Languages start on page 17 and computer core classes start on page 19 in the course guide. If you've already met these requirements, you don't have to add it to your schedule. Broken Arrow has many wonderful options you can select to complete your schedule. Stop the video now so you can go through the course guide. You will want to take some time to review the different options. You can use the course guide categories to help you find your elective choices. Remember, if a course does not have a CC by it in the course guide, it is an elective. You may have noticed that some of the courses require an application, an audition, and/or a tryout. Go ahead and select the course you want and save it. But remember, you will not be placed in the course until the teacher or coach has selected you. Let me show you here. We will go ahead and select baseball. It is a sport and you have to have a tryout for it. You can select the course, but you will need to have an alternate. I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. It is possible to select a combination of all sorts of different classes. You'll want to make sure you have selected 12 credits. If your total is not 12, you need to add more classes. We are planning which classes we will offer next year and how many spots we need to have for each class. We need you to indicate all of your choices to ensure that we will have a seat available for you. If you do not select a full schedule, you will be placed in classes that have extra space and will be ineligible to request a schedule change in August. If you have trouble finding a class you want to take, go back to the course guide to look at the many options. Let us look at the physical education options. Notice we have 1 course listed as PE Team Sports and 1 listed as PE Sports 2. Each one has 1 credit assigned to it. If you want to take the class a full year, you'll need to click on both. Remember, if a course has 1 credit, that class only lasts 1 semester, and you will need to select another semester course to pair with it. Let's look at some music options. Click on the Edit button. You may not know which choir, band, or orchestra group you will be a part of next year. Go ahead and select the one you think it will be. We can adjust it after your audition if necessary. Put a check by the class you want to take, click the Save button. Make sure to check under the different departments to find all of the classes offered. Current 10th and 11th graders, even if you're planning on taking Tulsa Tech classes or TCC concurrent classes other than the Comp 1 and Comp 2 for seniors, you need to select 12 credits. Once accepted into Tech or concurrent classes, we can drop the classes you don't want to take from your course request. You will need to email your counselor to let them know which classes to keep. Here's where you can email your counselors to let them know your choices. if you get accepted into Tulsa Tech or TCC. Now that you have 12 credits added, you'll need to go back and select some alternates. Everyone needs to select up to 4 alternates. You can select more, but 4 is the minimum. Let me show you how to pick an alternate. Any course you have selected that requires an application, an audition, and a tryout must have an alternate selected for it. For example, we selected baseball earlier. This class requires a tryout. You must select an alternate for this class in case you're not selected for the team. If you leave it blank and you're not selected, you may simply be assigned to a class that still has space for you, and you will be ineligible to request a schedule change in August. Let me show you how to select some alternate classes for our 12 credits. Find the class you would take as an alternate if you were not selected. Checkmark the course and go to the alternate tab. Click on the alternate to this course and then select the course you want it to be the alternate for. You can select an alternate for all of your classes if you want. There's not a limit on alternates, but you must have a minimum of 4 credits. Check and see if you have a total of 12 credits and at least 4 alternate credits. If not, you're not finished and you need to go back and add more courses. It is very important for you to make your choices now. We are using your selections to decide what classes we will offer next school year and how many spots we need. Counselors and teachers are available to help. You can also go back and watch all of the videos about the different options. This video will be available too. Go to baschools.org, click on Schools, go to the high school page, and look under News. The window to select all of your courses will close on a specific date. After that time, you won't be able to make any additions or changes. If you have questions, remember you can always see your counselor in your grade level office.